Good morning, and it's a wonderful day. And what better to do on a wonderful sunny morning than Pilates? So I'm going to show you some standing maneuvers. These are, I begin every session standing, and it's really important to bring the work into the vertical. We exist in the vertical. And actually balance has the edge when it comes to longevity and health moving through life. So let's live long and live well and feel well. So Pilates has the solution, in my humble opinion. So why not join me for a brief standing session? So let's make a start. And come to stand. So always cueing the posture and alignment, to bring the mind into focus and dive deeper inside the body and how that feels. So sense the soles of the feet on the floor and just notice as you gently rock the weight forwards and backwards where the weight is shifting from the front of the foot to the back of the foot, and then come to rest in the place where the weight is evenly shared between all four corners of the feet. And you can do this similarly to the side, noticing the shift in the weight from side to side. And some of us might favour one side over the other without really realising it. So just come to notice how the weight is shared around the sole of the foot. Now, softening the knees just allows us to bring the pelvis into that more neutral alignment with the headlights on the hip bone shining straight ahead of you, breastbone lifted and the collarbones lovely and long, so that we occupy space through the shoulders. The head like a helium balloon floating upwards towards the ceiling, and then just always a gentle breath in through the nostrils and out as if you're blowing through a straw. And by blowing through a straw, we just create a little bit of back pressure that opens the airways. And so that inhale through the nostrils accesses the diaphragm. And then the exhale through the straw. Also noticing that we begin to generate a little bit of energy in the muscles around the center. And so let's circle those shoulders, loosen up the shoulders, and feel free to join. But remember, these are your bodies and you feel them and I don't. I feel my body, obviously. I'm not without feeling. And then the arms circle, big circles. So some mobility through the shoulders are really important, and particularly if you work at a desk. Now, we can add a light weight to all these maneuvers. So here's one I made earlier. The Pilates balls, I particularly like the way that they sit in the hand, in the palm. And we can do all sorts of amazing things with the Pilates ball. So, as I said, we can incorporate some resistance into this, and definitely this is something that I do in my sessions on a regular basis. So this sense of reaching and lengthening up out of the waist, and being aware of the sense of activation in the muscles around the center as you reach and lengthen up out of the waist, still in that place of warming up the body. And then last time. Perfect. So let's come into this hinge squat position. I'm going to round my spine, lifting the navel gently, and then sink into that hollow shape. So in this position, your bottom bones, you're aiming them up towards the ceiling. I'm going to round my back with the arms coming behind. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reaching the arms ahead of you. And there you go. Sending the bottom round. Inhale, just mobilizing the spine. Inhale and exhale, and then uncurl, restack. Reset those shoulder blades, tippy toe raises, and let's run the arms. So running arms, this is a really good drill for runners. And make sure the travel is in the vertical, the ankles open forwards. Running arms. Good. And last one. Excellent. So a hinge squat. Again, just check out the weight in the soles of the feet. Inhale. On the way down, exhale as you come up. But clearly the most important thing is never to hold the breath. Inhale. And we might travel down a little more slowly. That eccentric work. Just a little bit more challenging than the concentric muscle work on the return. And then peel the ball onto the ball of one foot. So we peel the heel away and come onto the ball of one foot. So when we do that, the challenge is not to allow the hips to go off to the side and to keep moving in that central vertical plane. Very good. And 2. Now 1. Okay, so let's come into a position now with the ball of the foot for pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, change sides. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on up. So you start to feel those leg muscles a bit. I've come into first position, V-shaped feet, tiptoe raises, plie squat, and then add some arm circles so that we give every bit of the body an opportunity to participate. Always on the run, time at a premium. Very good. And again, lift. Think of leg muscles, bottom muscles, muscles around the center, growing, elongating towards the ceiling the whole time. Last one. And then headlights on the hip bones and peel the heel. One heel and then the other heel. One heel and then the other heel. And then you can see that I'm traveling in that vertical plane, dissociating what's happening in my legs from the torso. And then pulses, we pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, change sides, pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, come up, feet wider than hips, hands above shoulders, squat and lift. So press overhead, always raising the arms overhead increases the intensity, and take your time on that way down. Make sure the form is perfect, and that means that the knees are aiming towards your second toes, and you should just about see your big toes in the front. Very good. And then peel one heel and come up. So again, that shouldn't change the alignment through the torso, traveling in that vertical line, up and down, head stacked, growing to the ceiling, even as you squat. Good. So we'll do pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Change sides and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And could you do both together? Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. High on the tiptoes. Lower the heels. Shake a leg. Excellent. So a little bit of balancing. I did the aforementioned balancing. Arms to the side, shift the weight and tip at the hip so that we come into a hover. Now, make sure there's space around you. You're not going to break any precious ornaments. And then lower. Same thing on the other side. Shift the weight, tip, lift, and lengthen. So that sense of length from the tip of the toe, top of the head, fingertip to fingertip, reaching out, and then come back to the center. A bit more dynamic work now as we move the leg. So I'm bringing the leg to the tip of the toe, and the tip of the toe at the back. Adding the arms, we'll come back through the side. So it's forwards, side, behind, forwards, sorry, that was the side, forwards, side, behind, it's behind you, forwards, side. Oh, that's quite funny. I dropped my ball. Begin again. Forwards, side, behind, forwards. No, that's the side. So I'll stop speaking. And again. So what we do begin to notice, needless to say, is the standing leg. Yes, gluteus medius, stabilizing the pelvis on the thigh as we stand on one leg. Now, could we lift the leg? So it's a lift to the front, to the side, whoop, behind, that's the wall. Lift to the side, lift to the front. Good, side, behind. Well, that's quite enough of that. Let's go on to the other side. My bottom muscles were telling me. So, tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy toes, and we can make them pretty pointy toes. I do admire those ballerinas. Adding the arms forwards and to the side and behind and to the side. My arms are too long for the video. Behind, to the side and forwards, to the side and behind. Now, maybe I'm rushing just a little. That'll be the adrenaline. And again. So this time it's the lift in front. Lift to the side and behind and to the side. Good. Forwards, side, behind. So as much as possible, not displacing the torso as we do this. And you can probably see I'm barely touching my foot to the ground in between each time. Last time. Whew. Cool, awesome work. So let's come with the feet wide, a squat, and then just kick the leg to the side. A squat and kick the leg to the side. So you can see that's really challenging my balance. Squat to the side and squat to the side. So I'm really bringing the leg across the body towards the hand. To the side and again squat to the side. So I could go wider there. Squat to the side, squat to the side, squat to the side. Good. And squat to the side. Last time. So this time it's a squat to the balance. So not quite enough room on my, there you go, to the balance. And a squat up. Ooh, maybe not quite so balanced there, but you know, exploring the boundaries, that's where we get the change. If we never explore outside the boundaries, then we don't appreciate the shift, we don't achieve the shift. So I'm not saying be dangerous, I'm saying consider stepping towards the edge of your comfort zone, and that applies across the board really, doesn't it? Last time on this side, dive, the other side, dive. There you go. Perfect. So, coming into our hinge squat, stepping the toes out behind and reaching the arms ahead. Step together, out behind, step together, out behind. And if you were in any doubt whether or not this was a workout, give it a shot. Definitely tip-tap the toes so that I'm not putting hardly any weight on the toe, just tap out and in, and then you could lift and lift, lift and lift. So this is balance, again, lift, lift, chin is in, neck is long, and you know, for us to balance, the core muscles do the job. Naturally, they'll be doing the job. We don't have to contrive to activate them, because if you're not falling over, they're definitely doing something. Swap sides, hinge squat, feet hip distance, headlights on the hip bones, shine just a little towards the ground, gaze a little to the ground ahead of you. Shift the weight to the weight bearing leg, just very slightly. Tap the tip of the toe. Add the arms, reach and return, and reach and return. Reach and return. There we go. Tap the tip of the toe. Now, if you wanted a little more challenge, lift the leg, lift the leg. So balance is challenged here. Definitely as we reach out. Not sure why I'm rolling my R's, but there you go. Oh dear. Whew. Wunderbar. Absolutely fabulous. Let's roll down from the top, peeling the spine away from the imaginary wall. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out as you uncurl. Stack the spine. This is just a chance to gather one's breath. And breathe in. Breathe out. Peeling the spine away from the imaginary wall. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Uncurl. Restack. Reset. And last time, peeling the spine away. Soften the knees if you need to. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out. Soften the knees as required. Uncurl. Restack. Reset the shoulders. And you are done. Awesome, guys. Lovely to see you. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your day and enjoy. Take care now.